Hi guys, I was not planning on making a video today. However, I have decided to based on some Mandela effects that I have discovered, and I would be interested and curious to see if any of you have already discovered this, either yourself or through somebody else. So I don't really get into secular Mandela effects just because I've researched so many of them over the years. But, you know, when you find them on your own, it's pretty mind-blowing and upsetting. So if you already know this, then, you know, you don't have to keep listening. But for those of you that aren't aware about this Mandela effect, here we go. I am taking a course on boat ed, as you can see, and I'm in the middle of the course. It's like 6 hours long, because my husband and I have a boat, and we have to get licensed here in Washington. You have to have a license to drive a boat, operate a boat in Washington. So we have to take this course in order to take this test. So anyway, read what it says here. It says tides on coastal waters. Now look at the first bullet. Tides are created by the sun and moon exerting a pull on the earth. As soon as I read that, my senses were like heightened. I went, excuse me? I was not a science major, but I am scientifically minded, and I do know, I did pay attention in class when the teachers talked about tides, because all my life I grew up by the ocean, and I did study marine biology. It was my major for one semester. Okay, so I took some marine biology classes. So here's the deal. Tides are not created by the sun. Tides are created by the moon. This is what I remember. Let me know if you paid attention in class and this is what you remember. No way in any shape or form are tides created by the sun or the sun and moon together. It's only by the moon. So I had to go search and search and search to find residuals, meaning to find, you're on the first couple of pages of researching, and it all says the same thing as what it says in this bullet. So you kind of have to continue on down the pages of your search browser in order to find the truth. So here we go. How the Moon Works by Dr. Craig Fritter. I don't know how to say his last name. So this is on How Stuff Works. I thought the published date on this was 1995, but I can't find it. But when I was in the search engine, it did say 1995. So it just talks about the moon phases, blippity blip. But what I want to do is just go down here where it talks about the tides. Okay, it talks about the tides. Watch this. Every day the Earth experiences tides or changes in the levels of its oceans. They're caused by the pull of the moon's gravity. There are 2 high tides and 2 low tides every day, each lasting about 6 hours. The moon's gravitational force pulls on the water in the oceans and stretches the water out to form tidal bulges in the ocean. Okay, the moon pulls water on the nearest side of it, and it goes on about the moon, high tide, low tide, the moon. Okay. It says nothing about the sun. There is no picture here that talks about the sun. If I go and Google it now, it's going to show you a picture of the sun on one side, a picture of the moon on the other side, and explain how the pull of the Earth and the moon, when the moon is in this gravitational axis with the sun and the Earth, causes tides. You're going to find that false reality if you do the research, if you go search for it. But that is not correct. This is the correct reality that I was in, where my teacher told me that tides are created by what we just said here, the moon's gravitational force. Okay? Now, We can go out on a limb here. I am a flat earth believer, so none of this is true anyway. From my perspective as a flat earther, as far as gravity and the moon and the tides and the sun, it all just throws all that out the window. So I don't really want to get into the flat earth. I don't want to debate anybody about the flat earth. I really don't want any comments about how I'm a nut because I believe in the flat earth, and because I'll delete your comments. I don't want to get into the flat earth. That's not the point of this video. That's a whole other subject. All I want to do right now is just show you a Mandela effect, okay? Regardless of whether you believe in flat earth or not, it's a Mandela effect here from what we are used to be, what we knew. Now, here's another Mandela effect. Check this out. Cross C. Ever heard of a cross C? It says a cross C, also referred to as a squared 2C or square waves, is a sea state of wind-generated ocean waves that form non-parallel wave systems. Cross seas have a large amount of directional spreading. This may occur when water waves from one weather system continue despite a shift in wind. Waves generated by the new wind run at an angle to the old. Okay? So here's a cross swell in the island of Ré in France. The waves themselves are examples of cnoidal waves, cnoidal waves. So I'm going to show you a bigger picture of this. But these are square waves caused by cross seas. What a frickin' joke. Never in my entire life have I heard of a cross sea. I have read lots of books. I have read books written in the 18th century, the 17th century regarding the ocean, and none of them talk about cross seas. I read Moby Dick. I don't remember Moby Dick talking about a cross sea. If he did, I would have. If the author did, I would have been highly suspicious or wondered what that was. Never in my entire life, I used to watch a lot of TV and documentaries on the ocean, and being a marine biology major, have I ever seen square waves and cross seas. I don't believe this existed before. There's no way. And guess what? They say it only exists on this island. So apparently there's something special about this island that makes these waves only exist here. But they don't exist anywhere else, which makes absolutely zero sense. It's nonsense. And here is the video I found on YouTube you can watch called "If You See Square Waves, Get Out of the Water." Okay, so I'm not going to show you the whole video because when I play back a video on here, the audio goes a little nutso. But you can see here, this is the island of Ré, R-H-E, or Ré. I think it's Ré, in France. Here's the square waves. I'm not buying it, guys. I'm just not. I believe this is a Mandela effect. This exists now, but it did not exist before. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. Be interested in hearing what you guys have to say about this. Okay, thanks.